Ah, there we go. Maybe I just wasn't on the stage. All right, well, let me start this over then. So just to get started, my name is Michael Arnold. I work for Campos Law Firm, and I'm a licensed attorney here in the state of Utah. I focus on helping individuals and families navigate complex legal situations that can have a major impact on their lives. So I just got started in the Utah office. We just opened the Utah office, I want to say back in November. I mean, as far as the experience I've had in the law, I mean, I graduated law school back in May, passed the bar in June, and I got my license in October. So I'm relatively fresh, but over the 3 years I was in law school, I worked at a firm, a personal injury firm, the law school's environmental law clinic. And, you know, during that time in the personal injury realm anyway, I've had several years of experience. I mean, so really like it in depth, a lot of cases at that personal injury firm. And so, yeah, it was always kind of focused on a strategic and client-centered approach. But most of these are, you know, slip and falls, car accidents, and then you know, workplace injuries and other things caused by negligence where you've been injured and someone else needs to make you whole or compensate you. And that's primarily what personal injury does. During my time at the environmental law clinic, I mainly focused on one major case, but it was a fairly complex administrative law case where we're suing the federal government, specifically the Army Corps of Engineers, over a project they were doing in the Mississippi River Delta in the Atchafalaya Basin. And during that time, I mean, our clients were nonprofits, and so we worked primarily with fishermen, to be perfectly honest, people that use the Mississippi River Delta for their livelihood, you know, crawfishing and other types of almost subsistence living in some sense. But yeah, so that case is still going on, so I can't really talk about any specifics of it. But I will say, you know, I do have experience in lawsuits involving the federal government, which most of immigration is. So I'm just going to kind of go through here and look at some questions that we had posted to us previously. So, you know, what kinds of criminal cases do I defend? So mostly at this point, we're looking at DUIs, but I represent clients facing misdemeanors and serious criminal charges and making sure their rights are protected from the very beginning of the case. I mean, one thing's true with almost all law, and particularly true with criminal defense, is the earlier you're represented, the better. I mean, just so you know, we have a strategy, so we can always align what we need to do with that strategy, and so we're not caught on the back foot at any point. I mean, not saying we can't do it, but from the early on, the earliest that we can be attached to your case, the better we can represent you. So that's always important. So with immigration law, so how do you, one of the questions we had was, how do you help clients with immigration matters? And so, I mean, I kind of assist with the immigration process, deportation defense, and legal options for individuals and families seeking to protect their future in the United States. I mean, just last week, I had 2 interviews with clients in front of USCIS for affirmative asylum. And I mean, given the current state of let's say immigration in the United States, it was hard to give them a you know, I can't give guarantees in any situation, but I will say you know, the clients were well prepared. I mean, they got 3-4 hours in both cases to tell their story. And I got time to give a closing statement at the end and ask them questions to, if necessary, you know, clarify or help boost some of their answers that they gave to the interviewer. As to the defensive side, I mean, we represent clients in removal hearings. I'm currently drafting habeas petitions to help people get out of detention, and most of our clients are in and around Denver and other areas where detention centers are. There are no detention centers in Utah at the moment. So all of our clients that are involved with that here end up in either Nevada or Colorado. Let's see, what sets us apart? So yeah, I mean, I take the time to listen to my clients. I mean, we're downtown Salt Lake. Our office is open from 9 to 6 every day, and every day we have people come in. Mostly talking to my 2 intakes, which both fluent in Spanish. One of them is fluent in both English and Spanish, and so talking to me is really easy, really clear, and I'm always available should they need to actually seek an attorney instead of talking to the intake people. And don't get me wrong, the intake people are plenty aware of how immigration law functions, but for the more specialized areas, they do want to talk to me, and I mean, I'm sitting right there. And so I'm very accessible. Let's put it that way. Serving the community. So why is serving the community important to you? So many people are unaware of their rights, afraid to ask. I mean, no one wants to be involved in lawsuits. It's not fun for anyone involved. Whether you're suing or being sued, it's understanding the process is the number one thing to get relaxed about it a little bit. I mean, with criminal law, you're almost never relaxed, particularly on the defense side, because at the end of the day, you could face heavy fines or even jail time. So it's not to say that this is ever going to be a comforting experience for anyone, but I mean, my goal is to educate, guide, and advocate on your behalf. I mean, if you can understand the process, at least you know what you're getting into. At least you know what can happen, which, I mean, then we can strategize around it, then we can make it clear, and we can, help deal with the issue and move past it. So the first steps for clients. So what should someone do if they're facing a legal issue? So the first thing they should do is, as I said before, talk to an attorney. Our consultations are free. So to sit down with us and get an understanding of what your case looks like, whether we can offer any kind of service, or just even to understand what's going to happen. I've had numerous clients that have come in originally just wanting advice on, for instance, how their divorce might impact their immigration court proceedings, or their adjustments of status, or anything like that. I mean, we've had some fairly complex legal issues come up as we've been interviewing potential clients. But the simple matter is, I mean, your understanding is important. I mean, of course, we want to represent you. We have an interest in that. But just even knowing, where to go, what to do, we can point you in the right direction, and we're always happy to help. So yeah, and just generally speaking, the earlier we're aware of your case, the better we can represent you. So I mean, there's tons of, I mean, even in something like asylum, and you'd think, I have a credible fear. I don't want to return to my country. Like, why is this so hard? It shouldn't be that hard, and we can help you, tell your story. We can make sure that legally speaking, you fit all the right definitions of an asylee or a refugee. We can effectively tell your story that worst comes to worst, the federal government can't remove you. I mean, there's some people with some truly heartbreaking stories that I mean, and the earlier we hear it, the more clear we can make it when we file your application for asylum. Let's see. So, and how can people contact me? So if you're in Utah, I'm in Utah now. We take calls from clients all over the country. So the important thing to know with immigration is that it's a federal issue. And so, I mean, anyone that's barred by a state or a licensing authority, any lawyer in the state can represent you in immigration court. All it requires is an active bar license, which I have. So if you're outside of the state and you're looking for immigration, feel free to call us. I mean, I was just in Oregon last week representing a client, in front of USCIS. So we're available. But if you're in Utah and you need help with personal injury, criminal defense, feel free to contact our office. We're right downtown. We're right next to the library and City Hall. There's actually a gym right on the corner. I think it's the purple one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a big gym right on the corner. But we're at 350 South. It's the Metro condominiums. We're right on the ground floor of it in one of the commercial units, and it's Unit 102. So 350 South, 200 East, right near the library, right near City Hall. Feel free to reach out, contact us. All of our phone information, emails are going to be right on the website for Campos Law Firm. But yeah, feel free to reach out. We're here to help. All right. And I think that's all the questions I got. But yeah, nice to meet you. I'll see you later.